Hi everyone. Today I'm showing you the definitive PvE build for the Master Skill 2 MS2 Mecha. We can categorize this into three distinct playstyles. The skill type, pure focus on maximizing triple laser burst. The balance build, a hybrid that bridges the gap between auto attack, AA, and skill damage. The AA build, a high-speed, crit-focused setup for maximum sustained DPS. Let's dive into the stats first. Stats allocation. STR, strength max this out first. It provides the highest raw damage scaling compared to luck or dex. For AA builds, this is essential because of the strength expanding rune. Agi, agility 4 balance / AA, add enough to hit the 480 attack speed cap with self buffs. Awake plus Agi meal, B can be considered too. For skill type, this is the secret sauce. You want Agi in multiples of 40. This triggers the ultra-sensitive laser passive, adding an extra beam for every 40 Agi. More beams equals more damage. Luck 4 AA. High luck is required, multiples of 3 for crit. Aim for at least 170 crit to safely land hits in current in-game content. 4 skill / balance. Luck is still preferred over dex for the raw ATK bonus once your hit requirements are met. Dexterity crucial for the skill build. You need roughly 500 hit to ensure Triple Laser doesn't miss in Ponape Museum and Lost Isle Legend. Gear and enchantments. Enchantment priority. Weapon / armor. Morale, ignore death. Accessories, sharp blade, melee attack. Offhand, target armor breaking. Shoes / garment. High crit damage and physical damaging. PDI is the dream. We'll just settle for a high crit damage. Headgear, zeal / morale. Recommended sub-enchants for all enchantment. Crit damage since we can easily hit the safe spot for PDI. Equipment breakdown. Offhand, plus 15 Rosa Star Bracelet is the gold standard, providing 51% ignore death at plus 15. You need at least 170% ignore death for legend instances. If you can hit that cap without Rosa, swap to Vink's Bracelet or Evil Bracer for the raw attack percent. Card. I'd prefer using Late Night King Chest to unlock Mino Insight without using Mino card on weapon. This way you can use other cards on weapon. Cheap alternative is Alice Star card, which can provide good defensive and offensive stat. If you're poor like me, just use rolling cards. Armor. I recommend the Saint Cape. Tests show that even a plus 6 Saint Cape rivals a plus 15 glittering clothes. At plus 15, the crit damage bonus from Saint Cape will significantly outscales glittering. Card. Magma Golem for MVP damage. A cheap alternative is Munak Star for an easy 15% ignore death. Garment, plus 15 undershirt star, is best in slot. It provides 30% crit damage and increases AA damage, which, interestingly, also boosts your triple laser damage. Card, Joel card. Reason why we're stacking critical damage so much. Zenubia for skill type, for balance type pick your poison. Shoes. Advanced Sack Teddy shoes for the Agi and crit damage. Alternatively, Rune Boots offer attack percent, better survivability, and universal for most job. Card. Phantom Dragon, AA type, to bypass demi-human reductions, or Xenia, skill type. Accessories. Dual luck necklaces for crit damage stacking, or one fairy in bottle for hit and sudden burst. Card. Racial cards for now. The weapon debate, Slash versus Heartbreaker. Both look great on paper, but they serve different purposes. Slash. Mace synergizes perfectly with Saint Cape to provide massive attack percent to compensate for the lost runes and skill benefit from Axe. Heartbreaker. Axe benefits from the Axe Mastery skill, 10% ignore death, and specific runes. My choice. I went with Slash because I snapped an M4/ first. Both are viable. Cards. Drake is mandatory to unlock the Minorous Insight. Ignore death. Deposit. Second card will depend if you can unlock Mino Insight without Mino. You can use different cards like Goblin Leader, Owl Baron, Moonlight Nightmare, Minor, etc. Now for the skills. Since we're building for PvE, we want a setup that prioritizes raw power, self-sufficiency, and hitting those specific stat breakpoints. Memory and Sacre systems. Next, let's talk about your memory setup. This is where you fine-tune your damage once your core gear is finished. Memory lines, first and third line. First line priority. Your goal is ignore death. However, once you hit that 170% sweet spot for legend instances, you should swap these lines to attack percent, crit damage, or damage to all races for more raw power. Third line, rejuvenating galaxy. Look for the 3% damage increase when a teammate is nearby. In PvE and instances, you'll almost always have a party, making this a consistent damage boost. Sacre Memory's third line. Sacre Memory 2. Since the rare third lines on this memory are mostly defensive, don't stress over them. Just aim for ignore death on the third line to help reach your 170% cap. Sacre Memory 1. This is your offensive powerhouse. You want either physical penetration or the final damage bonus that triggers when you fully ignore the enemy's defense. Pro tip: the non-negotiable if you are running an AA build, you must have a 2-set Sacre Memory 1. This applies to both PvE and PvP. Even for skill types in PvP, you need the high crit provided by this set to land hits. It is absolutely essential for your consistency. Important mechanics, the pro notes. Here are the things most people miss about MS2 Mecha. Laser criticals. Triple laser can crit, but unlike normal AA crits, laser crits do not ignore flee or defense. You still need 500 plus hit and 170% ignore def even if you have 100% crit rate. How it works: if the enemy has high flee, you miss. If they have low flee but high crit res, you hit, but not crit. If they have low flee and low crit res, you hit and your damage is crit. AA percent modifiers. Triple laser scales with auto attack damage percent. This is why gear like the undershirt and Joel card is so powerful for both builds. Final summary checklist. To wrap things up, here is the MS2 Mecha golden rule for triple laser. Ignore death. Hit 170%. Use memory lines to bridge the gap if needed. Hit rate. Aim for 500 plus 4 legend instances. Agi breakpoint. For skill type, ensure your agility is divisible by 40 for that extra laser beam. Crit. Remember that laser crits do not ignore flee or def, so don't neglect your hit and ignore def stats even if your crit is high. AA crit. Ignores flee but doesn't ignore def. That's it for the Mecha MS2 guide. Even if this build isn't the absolute top tier meta right now, the most important thing is to enjoy your journey and build your character at your own pace. One day, you'll look at your damage and see all that hard work finally pay off. If you found this guide helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and lets me know you want more mecha content. Thanks for watching, good luck with your refines, and I'll see you in the next one.